Hey, this is your girl, Michelle Diva. I am bringing you another episode of Love in Marriage Huntsville, Season 10, Episode 18, Detroit with Destiny. Okay. If you are new here, welcome. We do reviews here. This is the Diva Nation, okay? And if you're returning, welcome back. Welcome back, y'all. I'm tired. Give me a thumbs up, like and share and comment and subscribe to my channel, and we'll begin. All right. So they still in Taco Tuesday. Okay. Latisha talking about out the side of her neck about nothing. Absolutely nothing. Okay. Boo, tomato, Latisha. Kimmi asked Destiny, well, do you feel like Nell was wrong when she said these things about Marceau? And Destiny was like, I never said she wasn't wrong. And Kimmi was like, well, did you tell her that? And she said, yeah. And then Kimmi got silent. She was like, oh, well, okay. This is stupid. Stupid.
You stupid.
Oh, this is stupid. Okay.
Stop it. Get some help.
Y'all all get some help, okay? She was like, okay. And so Kimmi was like, well, can we move on? And Tisha was like, yes. And Destiny was like, are you sure? You ain't gonna bring this up later? Okay. Are you sure you ain't gonna bring this up later? Like you do? Okay. Because, are you sure? Oh, so Tisha was like, I'm over it. I'm going to just put you in a box. And so Destiny was like, well, what's my box? Don't trust that hoe.
Don't care, still don't care. I don't care. I don't care.
I don't care. And I don't think Destiny cared neither. So Destiny's like, wow. And she said, have I ever shown you any different? And so they start to cry and stuff. And so Tisha never answered if she showed her any different, because she didn't. Y'all made this shit up. And so Destiny come and give her a hug. And then Destiny tell the lady she found her siblings and she going back to Detroit. And Kimmi and Latisha both invited themselves and their spouses because they're from Michigan also. Okay. She invited them on this Detroit trip. Okay. Well, Kimmi and Tisha invited themselves on this Detroit trip. Okay. Nell is talking to her daughter, Kayla. She's acting as the program director at her daycare. I guess she's doing a good job. Okay, so you should just give her the job, okay, and give me the job of taking care of your daddy and your grandchildren. Okay, just pay me what I'm worth. We okay, okay, but. Nell tells Kayla that she mad at Chris for getting his damn realtor license revoked, and she mad at Lance for always bringing his daughter over and not picking up like he said he's supposed to do, pick her up on time, and he don't never pick her up. He probably pick her up a couple days later. Okay. And also, Lance ain't doing what he's supposed to do as far as her construction and all the stuff that she needs done. So, yeah, so she mad at both of them. And she said it's stressing me out. She said, so I'm easily triggered. I'm cussing people out when I ain't supposed to be cussing people out. Kayla tells Nell that she is her inspiration and she can pile more stuff on her so she can take some stuff off her. Good for you. Okay? Good for you. Okay? Give you an applause. Good for you. Okay? Take some more stuff off your mama's plate because obviously ain't nobody else doing it. Okay? I think you her only daughter because she got a stepdaughter that don't fuck with her. Okay? And then she got Lance, and then Chris had a daughter that don't fuck with Nell, and then she got these two kids, Chris Jr. and Kayla. So Kayla, yeah, take care of your mama because the boys ain't doing it. Okay, the boys having babies and they send them over to their grandmama. We ain't doing that. Help Nell so she don't be cussing everybody out. Okay, moving on. Destiny meets with Latricia. Destiny tells Latricia about this trip. No, she's telling her about Taco Tuesday, about how they didn't do nothing, and she said that she told Destiny that she can't trust this hoe. Okay, that's it. I'm not going over this whole shit again. Then she tells Latricia about the Detroit trip and how they invited themselves. Latricia tells Destiny about how therapy is going. She says she has been apologizing more, which she can't. It's hard for her to do, but she has been. She says she can't do it that day, but the next day she'll apologize. Okay, and she tries to listen more. Okay, but this bitch ain't divorced yet. What the what?
What the hell? Oh my God, no way.
What the hell? What the hell? Hell. Okay, she still ain't divorced. What is taking so long with you getting divorced? Your baby girl gonna be grown by the time you get divorced. Okay? She gonna be grown and out the house by the time you get the divorce. Anyway. All right, moving on. Tisha and Marceau going to sell this house that they built, and they built this beautiful, marvelous house in a raggedy ass subdivision. It was like all the houses look old and shit, and then you got this brand new, state of the art house. Okay, but they gonna sell it. They gonna put it on the market. So she got her little team and stuff. And so Latisha said Kimmi was upset because she ain't asked her to sell the property. But Latisha said she thinks that Kimmi don't want to go into business with her. I don't blame her. I don't blame her. Okay. Latisha tells Marceau about Taco Tuesday. Latisha said, I put Destiny in the box. Do not trust this hoe. And so Marceau was like, well, were you playing though? He said, because I don't really think you was playing. Okay. And so she was like, no, but I don't like feeling this way and stuff. So he said, you 43. Okay. You are 43. They not changing. It is what it is.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
It is what it is, okay? She ain't changing and neither are you, okay? And so he said, I told Maurice the same thing about Martell. They not changing. Either you can deal with it or you cannot deal with it, but they ain't changing. I'm with you, Marceau. I'm with you. Okay, I don't even know what, but Destiny ain't did nothing to Latisha. That's the problem. That is the problem. She ain't did nothing to Latisha. Okay, for her to say shit, don't trust this hoe. Okay, but anyway, so she tells Marceau about this Detroit trip, and so Marceau says, "So you want to go out of town with a person that you put in the don't trust this hoe box?" Is that what you telling me? Is that what you telling me?
What the fuck is this piece of shit?
Is that what you telling me? And so then she gonna be like, well, I didn't think about it like that. Bitch, because you can trust Destiny. She ain't did nothing to you. Okay. She ain't did nothing to you. But Maurice, no, Marceau. I don't know if I've been calling Maurice for the longest. But anyway, Marceau says, but, okay, so are you going to go find your real mama? Marceau, you wrong for that. You wrong for that. She was like, I know who my real mama is. Yeah, we know who your real mama is, but nobody likes her. But you look just like her, so we know that she your real mama. Okay. So next scene, Kimmi tells Maurice about the Detroit trip too, and tell him that we going, and not just me. We going. Maurice visits Micah. And that's Maurice's brother. So I guess they got the same dad that they gonna see in Detroit, and Micah looked just like his dad. I don't know who the fuck Maurice looked like, cause he don't look like the dad. Okay, I don't know what the mama looked like. Okay, but he don't look nothing like the dad. Okay, and if the mama ain't light skinned, I am going to side eye that hoe and say that that ain't his daddy either. Okay. Okay, so the mama gotta be light skinned. Okay, because where did Maurice get that light skin from? Unless it skipped a generation. Because it can't skip a generation. It can't skip a generation because my father is light skinned and my grandparents are darker skinned. Okay. But her father, my grandmother's father was light skinned. Okay. So it can't skip a generation, but I don't know. No. Anyway, so Micah is going to take the bar next month. Okay. So give my good for him. Micah, you got a nice house. What do you do anyway? You got a real nice house, okay? What do you do? Okay. Anyway, so Maurice and Marceau arrives too. And Marceau want to know why he there. So Maurice telling them about what Kimmi said about him being a contractor and how that was sexy to her, and how they used to have sex in all their investment properties because he was laying floors and putting up cabinets and, and pulling up carpet and stuff like that. And that she said that is sexy and that turns her on. So that's the reason why. Okay. So, but now she in the soft hand era, as Kimmi put it, the soft hand era, and I can tell by the way he was holding that wine glass, he definitely in the soft hand era. Okay. And that don't turn her on at all. So Micah said women like to see men create. Marceau was like, well, you just gotta go wear a suit, roll your sleeves up, and do whatever you need to do, and don't get your suit dirty. And so Micah was like, well, did she really want you to quit being an attorney? And so Maurice was like, yes, she want me to quit being an attorney and go back to contracting, she said, because that was sexy to her. And so Micah was like, I don't think that's what she wants. I think she wants you to spend more time with her. She wants you to spend some quality time. And that's what Kimmi said. She was like, we would talk while you putting in floors and all that other stuff. And then, that, and so she got that quality time. Plus it was sexy to her for her laying and floors and putting up cabins and stuff like that. That's why they had sex and all of his investment properties. Okay. So that's what Micah said. Micah said, I don't think she just wants you to, be a contractor like that. You could probably fix stuff around the house, but she was like, she wants you to spend more quality time with her. And so Marceau said, Marceau said she just wants you to start fixing stuff. And so Maurice was like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do both. I'm going to start fixing stuff. Or okay, I'm gonna start fixing stuff, and and I'm gonna have my suit on or whatever. And he said, so then after that, I'm gonna record the conversation of me and Kimmi. We're gonna record the conversation. Don't be recording people. Don't be recording people. That is not right at all. That is not right.
Stop it. Get some help. Whack.
That's all whack. Okay? Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay? But Micah was like, listen, you ain't even got to do that. He said, don't, if she give you a BJ afterwards, then that is, your sign. Okay? So.
Fuck, dude, spit on that thing.
Okay. So, if you get your BJ, then you let us know, okay?
Fuck, dude, spit on that thing.
All right. Don't be recording people. Okay? Don't be recording people. And that was it. Oh, no, it is. No, it ain't. I'm lying. Okay? That was the end of that scene. We got to go to Tricia and Ken. Okay. Ken and Latisha meet up with Dr. Francis. Oh. Yeah. Okay. Dr. Francis said, Ken, were you ever in a safe space with Latisha? Ken said, nope. He said, at first, I tried to talk to her a lot, trying to ease her out this box that she is in. But she was like, nope, she was in a box. And I think the box was like, she had her guards up, basically. Okay, I don't think it was a box. I think she had her guards up. So Latisha said in the beginning of our relationship, Ken would accuse her of cheating. Okay. She said, but she not, and I think she said that in confessionals though, that at the beginning, Ken would accuse her of cheating. So she ain't say that around, Ken. Okay. But what she said is, I'm ready to get out of the box and I'm ready to get uncomfortable. Okay. So she ready to, open up to Ken, and have him come into the box and, for, so she can be uncomfortable. Okay. So Dr. Francis asked him, well, where is your relationship right now? And so Ken was like, I'm tired of dealing with her projection of her ex-husband emotions on me. Okay. She said, so basically he's tired of her, I think, basically all the emotions that come up is more about her ex-husband than about Ken. Ken, you got to take some, you don't act like you ain't, Don't act like you are the greatest human being that walked the planet. Okay, you gotta take some onus in this. Okay, so I do believe that Latricia, I think Latricia don't know how to talk to people. I think that's her purpose. That's her problem. She don't know how to talk to people. Okay, and so he's saying it's the level of disrespect. Okay, because apparently she'd be disrespecting Marquez all day long and twice on Sunday. But I think Marquez would disrespect her, and that was their love language. Excuse me, y'all. That was their love language. She disrespect him, he disrespect her, and that's how they communicated. But Ken don't play that, and so basically they arguing over disrespect. How she talk to people, and Latricia don't know how to talk to people because she ain't never had to talk to. She the only person that she had to talk to and argue with was Marquez, and she been with him since she was 20, 19, 20, somewhere in there, and she had a baby, and that's all she know. So Latricia needs therapy on how to talk to people, but I think Ken needs to bring it down some. Okay, but like I said, she don't know how to talk to people. She said they argue about the same thing as disrespect. Okay, so Dr. Francis says, so when she gets angry with her husband, she projects that on you. Latricia said, nope, that's incorrect. Nope. Dr. Francis said, well, he just said that. He ought to know. Duh, okay. He just said that. He just said that, when you think about your husband, you project all of that on him. And so she was like, no, I don't talk about him. And so Ken was like, I ain't seen you in 3 months. You have anger for him. So Latricia's like, I don't think about that guy. So Ken was like, in her, and then he's talking to Dr. Francis. He said, in her past relationships, Marquez would ask her questions, and she felt like they were accusations more than questions. And so he said that she does that to me also. That when I question her, she think I'm accusing her, but I'm just questioning her. Okay. And so Dr. Francis was like, "What is that true?" Talking to Latricia, is that true? Do you think his questions are accusations? So Latricia said, "No. It is accusation." She said, because when I was at the gym and the weights were making noise and stuff like that, and so he gonna question me, talking about, you at somebody's house, what you doing? Y'all in bed together, sound like bed squeaking. You sound like bed squeaking. And then Ken was like, what the fuck are you talking about? He said, what the fuck are you talking about? Then he said, excuse my language. Yeah, because, okay, Latricia. Come here, baby, come here. I don't think that you would be answering phones if you were having sex. Okay? So I don't understand what that accusation was. Okay. I don't believe that because of Ken's reaction. I really don't believe that. Okay. Because I don't think that he accused you of having sex, because if you having sex, you ain't answering phones. So I don't believe you. But you are adamant that said, that he said that, Ken is adamant that he didn't say that. And I kind of believe Ken, because who answering phones when they having sex? Okay. But Latricia said this is a real scenario. Okay. I tend not to believe you, Latricia. He probably said, what you doing or something like that. I don't think, I don't think that. So Ken was like, that don't even make sense. And so then Ken was like, she a compulsive liar. And so that's where it ended to be continued. But I won't say she a compulsive liar, but I think she's lying about this scenario, because who answering phones while they having sex? Ain't nobody answering phone while they having sex. Where they do that at? Anyway, give me a thumbs up, like and share and comment and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace, y'all.